Good morning. Good morning. It is so wonderful to be here with you as always. I love this. Let me just get my mic on here. There we go. It is a beautiful morning here. It is beginning to rain. We are beginning to have some thunderstorms, but it is perfectly all right. It is the end of August. It's hard to believe that. My birthday month is coming to an end, but that still means there's still always a reason to celebrate. Whether it's my birthday, someone else's birthday, whatever is happening, there's always a reason to celebrate. Good morning, Wendy. Yay. How's my little guy? I hope he's doing well. Hi, Ruth. I'm so glad you were able to make it. Yes. Today is horoscopes. Yes, it is wonderful. Catherine, yay! I've got you down for a card. And Rita, I have you down for a card as well. So I have Wendy Vargas, Catherine, and Rita. Vanetta, good morning. I'm so glad you're here. It is, again, a beautiful day. So you may be hearing some thunder in the background, but all is well. All is well. We are doing horoscopes for the month of September. So if you have a particular horoscope, your sun sign that you would like read ahead of time, just let me know, because I will start with that one. And it's whatever order we go in is right and perfect. So today, Sunday, the sun is in Virgo, and it will be in Virgo until the 22nd of September. That just happens to be Tim's birthday, my son's birthday. Hey, Rose, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, Angie, we got Leo next after Libra, so perfect. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for texting and messaging last night. That was so great. Morgan, I've got Leo down now twice. I'm so glad that things are working out for you. Just hang in there. It's all moving forward for you, so I'm really happy about that. I'm happy for you. That's the most important part. And the fact that you're taking such good care of your dad. That's really wonderful. I want to send a little love out to my dear friend whose husband went into the hospital, but he's doing well. And so that's a little energy boost that I'd love for you to just throw out, that wonderful, healing, loving energy that all of you have to my friend. It doesn't matter what her name is or what his name is, because the energy flows. However that happens, the energy always flows. Okay, I've got Sag for you, Rose. So the sun is in Virgo, and it is actually a nice aspect to Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn that are still in Capricorn. With Virgo naturally rules the sixth house of the zodiac, which is about work and service, our everyday routine, our quote unquote job, if you want to look at it that way. The 10th house is career and ambition, so that's a higher energy and a different vibration. But the sixth house also is about health, and that's where our focus is now. And you may feel a little constrained as you are moving into a different type of health regimen, because you've all of a sudden become aware, okay, this is how things are moving along right now in this, the use of the new normal term gets a little old, but this is a different place for us. So now we have to look at how we treat ourselves a little differently. And now's the opportunity. The energy is there to do that. It also relates to our safety, security, our foundation, how we feel strong and passionate about what we're doing. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. Hey, Leslie, I'm so glad you're here, and good morning to you. It also relates to money in that way, because this Earth trine is also involving Uranus and Taurus. So with that, we have Mercury in Virgo, which gives us a thought and the idea to plan and make this happen. And the Aquarius moon today may give us that energy. We're feeling, okay, we're in it. We're ready to go. We're out there. Let's get started. And do it in a different way. That's the beauty of Aquarius. It doesn't have to be the same old, same old. It's that opportunity to express yourself and take this on, because you're being called to do this. Take this on in a new and a different way. And that's what we need right now, new and different ways of doing things. So it works out perfectly. It really, really does. So this, and because we have this wonderful Earth trine with Uranus and Virgo, Sun in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, and all the Capricorn planets, we get a little energy because the Moon and Uranus are at a square right now. Hey, Beverly, I'm so glad that you're here. That offers us the opportunity and the energy. Squares are not bad. It just gives us energy and the opportunity to really move forward with purpose. And that's what you have. So get a plan. You have, the energy is there to create that plan. The energy is there to have you move forward and acting on the plan. And it's doing it in a new and creative way. So that's what's really cool. Next week, I'll talk more about what's happening with, hey, Jackie, what's happening with Mars. September can bring us to a new and different place and give us that opportunity to take a look at it. There's going to be more moments, and I'm going to talk about this in my blog too, in the newsletter. So if you do not subscribe to the newsletter, please give me your email address here. I know, Beverly, you gave it to me before. Okay, Beverly, you wanted Virgo. And you gave it to me before, and I did get it put into my system. So if you are not receiving it, Beverly, with the email that you gave me, please let me know, and I will make that adjustment, whatever that has to be. But I did add you to the list to receive it. So I'm hoping that you're getting it. With all of that going on, we have to be cognizant and aware of what's happening with Mars. And I'm just going to give you a brief overview. Mars is the god of war. So it's about, and it's in Aries, which is its home sign. So it's about that fire and energy and what we need to do. So in light of that, I've got that for you, Taurus. Okay. In light of all of that, it's important to know and to become aware that there's going to be some opportunities to keep our cool and to learn to breathe. And the breath is spirit. It's the most important thing that we have, that we can use to stay calm and collected and keep our mind active in the proper and safe way of going forward. So I'll talk more about that in the blog, but I just wanted you to be aware of this is what's going on right now. So if you're feeling those moments where all of a sudden your stomach goes into a knot and you feel like you want to just blurt out something that would not be a kind thing to do at the moment, know that you're not alone, that that's the energy that's happening. And through the month of September, we're going to be seeing a lot of that. A lot of things that can be around us that can get us very excited or not really staying in the flow of positivity. I mean, let's face it, we're seeing a lot of it now, and we have a choice. We have a choice to either allow it to become part of our energy and get excited about it in a negative way, being angry, or we can choose to know that it's all going to work out perfectly. Sometimes it's hard to think about that. But yes, it does happen. It really does happen. It works out positively. So think those positive thoughts. Know that you are the best and most beautiful and loved person that you can be. Know that. And whatever's happening around you will come to you as that. It is really important now, especially with Mars creating some of that excitement. It's really important now to understand it. Those of you that have watched me for a while know how I feel about confusion. When people get that 5 of Wands card or that 7 of Wands card that talks about chaos and confusion, that is for a reason. That's because we've called that to us in order to clear it out, in order to take that next step to that higher vibration, to find the solution, to find the resolution, whatever it is, so that we can have a handle on all of it. It's not a bad thing. It's bringing us in a higher vibration by having to clear it away. So yes, Jackie, everything is always working out for you, for all of us, for our highest and greatest good. Absolutely. That is so perfect. So right now, to start off with, I have Libra, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Taurus. So if there's some other signs, and I know, Jackie, you just came in and you're also Sag as well. So we've got a couple of Leos here, and count me in to have it be a third. So there we go. Let's start with Libra. And that was Catherine that asked for that first, and that is her sun sign. So here we go. Someone in a group setting, Libra, makes a bold impression on you. And it's can be in a social situation. It can also affect your business, but it's more of a social situation. You like what they're saying, you like how they act. And of course, when we're in a group setting, most of us now in a group setting are in a Zoom, or we're in some sort of virtual group setting rather than the physical group setting. But someone in a group setting really makes an impression on you, and it comes on strong, and it may not be your usual choice or direction. So this can be a friendship, but it could also be more than that. So it's an unusual choice. And now with the moon in Aquarius, that of course just kind of lays the foundation for that. The most important part with, if it's someone that makes an impression on you, it can also mean that it's not in a positive way when you first meet them, and it means taking the time to find out what you have in common, what works, that both of you have common interests, what is that direction that both of you like, what is the common ground, basically. So if that person made an impression on you, it does not necessarily happen in a positive way, and you're thinking, oh, what is that, what is going on here? Find the common ground, because it could be not just friendship, it could be romantic, and it also could mean business. So it's about working with someone else in that group place. Now, being Libra sun sign, you are about finding balance in that. And finding balance is finding that common ground. There will be some unexpected cash credit or dividends that are coming in that work to your benefit early in the month. So money is a part of this. Not necessarily that same scenario, but money is happening also early in the month. So be mindful of the spending. Now that you're feeling, oh, wow, look, I've got this extra. Isn't that great? I hadn't expected this. Be mindful of how you spend it, so that you're not having a conflict with your wallet and what your heart wants to do and how your heart wants to spend it. So again, find that common ground, find that balance, find that interest with regard to that. The full moon in Pisces on the 2nd, which is this Tuesday, places its spotlight on medical issues. This does not mean that it's a negative, that it's in creating it. It also could be the resolution of something that's coming about. So, for those of you that know me, I go to the side of it's the resolution, it's the higher plane. We're looking at finding peace and comfort in the resolution. So that's what, oh, there we go. All right, there we go. The tiny house. That's perfect. That's perfect. Rita asked for Scorpio, and so that's going to work for you as well, Catherine. Well, because we're talking about groups, and Scorpio plays a big part in your group stuff. So we'll check that out as well. Okay, next I have is Leo. I'm going out of order based on what the requests have been, and then we'll go back to make sure everybody's covered. Okay, for Leo, you're going to love flirting this month. And it's about that spark, that's whatever. It doesn't have to lead to anything. It's about feeling that passion and love of life. And so it feels like flirting, but what you're doing is flirting with life. It's not, especially if you have a significant other or a partner or spouse, it's not that you're interested in finding another or someone else in your life. It's about that exuberance, that passion for life that's coming out. So when the moon transits Sagittarius, which is the house of romance and creativity and great ideas and fun stuff, remember your free spirit. Embrace it all. Embrace that love of life, that flirting with life that's absolutely loving everything about it. So the new moon in Virgo on the 17th may sow some seeds of lack, and that may be the feeling that you're getting because of some incident, something that may come up. It's not what exists. You're never in lack. You're always in abundance. That feeling is what creates. So, oh, great, Catherine. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Yay. Good for you. Good for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Well, I'm reading Leo now, Leslie, so that's perfect if that's your rising sign. So that's fine, because your rising sign and your sun sign were two different things. So absolutely. So this is part of it as well. So remember to create a welcoming atmosphere, Leo, with your loving heart for abundance. Even though you may have that twinge of feeling lack because maybe a bill comes in or someone says something or something happens unexpectedly, know that that is not what is real. It is about your abundance and what you're feeling. So you're working more and you're loving it. And it's not feeling like work to you. It's feeling that passion of living life, that passion of flirting with life, as I said in the beginning of the September forecast for you. So you are at your best as an employee and a boss because you own it. Whether you're working for someone or you're working for someone else or you're working for yourself, you own it. So you are in charge. You're flirting with that expansiveness of life. Joint pain, dental and skin issues signal to slow down. Again, does not have to be a big deal. It's just an indication that, okay, let me rethink this. What is the way I should be going at this point? So it's only about looking at it a little differently. Again, it's not major unless we choose to make it that, but it does not have to be major. Okay, I'm looking at Sagittarius next because I have quite a few Sagittarius people here. So Venus enters Leo, your 9th house, and a student, instructor, or lawyer may catch your eye. Again, it depending upon your partnership situation, it can be for a variety of reasons. Attractions are magnetic and shared interests take center stage. Just like I was mentioning for Libra, it does not have to be, it does not have to be a romantic thing. It can be. But it's all about connection. It's all about that fire. And Sagittarius is a fire sign, just like Leo is, along with Aries. So Jupiter direct in your house, Jupiter now of money, direct in your house of money could bring a stroke of good luck. Now that's always good news. So when because Capricorn is where Jupiter is now, that's your 2nd house. When it goes direct, that can signal the end of the delay that's been going on, and now new things are happening. Opportunity knocks. It can be your regular job, it can be a side hustle, it can be whatever. But responsibility and luck go hand in hand. So it's not necessarily a windfall that you open up your hands and there it is. It could very well be that you're working for it, but it's not feeling like work. It can very well be that, yes, there is some responsibility that goes with the money. Even if you have a windfall of, you happen to win the lottery and whatever, there's still some responsibility that goes with that. Handling it with love and care. Treating that money as a special partner. Okay, Jackie's writing a book. Oh, I love that, Jackie. That will be so fantastic. And you've been doing your media stuff to be on TV. Okay, there you go. Health plans may need to be scrapped and you have to go with the flow. So that's not a bad thing. It's just that if you've focused on some things, either taking care of someone else, taking care of yourself, it's not a major issue. It just may be that, okay, I need to reschedule that because you're going to be on TV like Jackie is, or this is my writing time, so I need to schedule myself and do whatever. So all of it looks really good. Sagittarius, again, a fire sign. And as mentioned, Venus moving into your 9th house and Jupiter going direct in your money house signals motion forward. So that's really, really good. Okay, Virgo. Let's do Virgo next. And this is your sun month, so this is really, really good. And this is, okay, this for Virgo, I know this is September, but it's perfectly working well for you, Beverly, being your birthday and a Virgo sun. So here we go. Conversation may buzz with a prospective person, romantic interest possibly, or collaboration. Again, all of these relationships that are opening up right now can lead to different things depending upon what your focus is. If your focus is on looking for a partner, that's exactly what will turn up for you. If your focus is looking for a joint venture or a partnership for business, that's exactly where that will go. If your focus is on opening up friendships with new people and new interests, that's exactly where it will go. So, perfect. Okay, have fun on the boat, Jackie. Enjoy, enjoy. Yay. So, again, keep the conversation going for whatever direction you're taking with this new person that could come into your life. Keep the conversation going. Ease the bumps in the road. Find that middle ground. There you go, Bev. Find that middle ground in conversation, as earlier mentioned. Mercury enters your house of cash flow, so your focus on details serves you well for balancing accounts, and that's what you're good at. That's your focus as well, Beverly, in terms of what you do. So keep your eye on the goal. What is your goal, and especially what is your money goal? Tasha Chen is starting her money challenge tomorrow, so all of this is focusing on the money and abundance, creating that vibration, creating that positive feeling, creating that vortex of receiving. So the new moon in Virgo on the 17th triggers your house of energy and vitality, making your body a little more sensitive. So be careful of foods that you choose, the type of exercise that you're doing. What this is really saying is, if you've been sitting around for a while, not really active, don't just jump into some very extensive exercise routine that you're not prepared for. Take it gradually, work up to it. It involves the same thing. It's going like, okay, and this is how I used to live. It was like all or nothing, and it's not a good way to live. Thank goodness I learned something else. But it took me a long time, and so that's why I guess I'm more sensitive to this portion of it, this part of the forecast. If you're starting a new eating regimen, diet regimen, lifestyle regimen, whatever it happens to be, really work hard on not going from feast to famine, but easing into it. Go with the flow, ease into it, be kind to yourself, be kind to your body. It really is a better way to do it. Okay, after Virgo, I have Taurus. I have a Taurus moon, so I like this sign. Again, a new love interest, new partnership, new someone may appear at a family gathering. Now, this will be interesting if this is, and Leslie, you said you had a Taurus sun with the Leo rising. So this is really interesting with regard to that. With someone that's important to you, there could be tension between the two of you, a significant other. That does not mean a romantic partner. It can be a child. It can be a family member. It can be someone that you work with. Whatever that happens to be, when you're feeling that, when Mars makes that touch where you are now, hey, Lori, yay, where all of a sudden you feel like your mouth is going to open and come out with things that you don't want it to, make sure that you take a look at that, because this will give you the opportunity to breathe and to monitor your words. Many times when something comes out that we regret saying because we do it without a filter or without thinking, we not only hurt the other person, we hurt ourselves, because we just don't want to be saying and doing those kinds of things. So as I said at the very beginning, Mars is taking an active role in promoting that. The most important thing is when you feel that need to just let it all come out of your mouth. Breathe. Take at least one breath, one deep breath, and then be able to operate from a place of common interest, a common ground, so that you can have that conversation that will be more meaningful, more productive, and more loving. So that's what this is saying. The 9th and 10th, the moon will be transiting your house of assets, Taurus, and your income. So research opportunities for adding to your cash flow. That's what's really important. This is, with everything that's happening in Taurus. Taurus naturally rules the second house. So this is about cash flow and money. So at the end of the month, oh, nice, Beverly. Yay. Okay, Leslie, see, there you go. Teenager. Okay, so breathe. Please remember to breathe. So again, for Taurus, sun sign, shared assets are highlighted. Now, this may not be partnership assets from someone else. It could be things that you share with someone else. Not that they're contributing, but you are sharing. So partnership assets could be triggered. So keep monitoring that. Keep an eye on that. So the real message here is pay attention to money and what's going on with your money. Treat it with respect, with love, with kindness. I saw, Ange, that you had your video that you did for Tasha, which talked about when you weren't paying attention to your money, when you weren't loving it, how it wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't happening. And then you sent it love, you gave it attention, and your account grew. So that's what this is talking about. It's really important. Taurus, Mercury enters your house of health. So just be more focused on the daily routine and what you're eating for your body's health. That's what's really important. Okay, we have Scorpio. Okay, the full moon in Pisces, a water sign, just like you are, activates. Again, we're seeing romance here on a lot of it, but I'm using that because that's the house that it's activating. However, it's still about partnerships and relationships with others. And yes, again, if your goal and your focus is romance, that can happen. That's what your focus is, and then the energy does support that. If it's about friendships, if it's about business partners, whatever that focus is for you, the energy is supporting that collaboration and that getting together. So for Scorpio, because this is happening in Pisces and in that house for you, it can be activated. Someone can pop into your life at this point. Yay, Scorpio Lori. That could really just take your breath away. I mean, and that's a wonderful feeling. But then, of course, it's about common ground and going deeper. So decide whether this is going to be a friendship or a romance with whoever this person is that comes into your life. Now, keep all financial accounts in good standing for you and for any partnerships that you may have. That's really important. Watch your spending, love your money, treat it well. And Lori, money is your boo. So this is really important. When Mercury enters your 12th house, recalibrate your mind-body connection. This gives you the opportunity. 12th house is the unconscious mind. It's about our opportunity to meditate, to be still, to be quiet. So this is activating that. Now, there's two sides to this. When Mercury is in the 12th house, when you're having quiet moments, your brain can be going off on all these tangents that you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So the good part about this is, yes, that happens. It can give us some good ideas, but the more productive side of that is Mercury then allows for us to receive messages, not just to send them out. So it's about taking that time to, what am I allowing? What am I opening up to? What am I going to receive? Again, medical treatments may have some kind of delay with what's going on. There you go, Leslie. Yes, Idris Elba is going to Lori's house. All right. All right. That's really good. Just be patient with whatever's happening, Scorpio, because all is well. All is well. Everything works out for your highest good. And sometimes it just may not happen in the time that we think it should be happening, but it's not our time, and time is relative. We get to create that. It's not a lack of time. If we are getting impatient, if we are getting impatient with what is going on, go Lori, then what that does is create a resistance, and it means lack. It means that we don't have enough time for this to happen. We're not allowing for the time to have whatever we desire to happen. So being impatient can be resistance to all that we want. So think about that as well. Okay, so now I have Cancer. Pardon my nose really running today. We are getting some rain and thunderstorm, and it's now seems to be partly happening here. So here we go. Cancer. Jupiter stations direct in your house of relationships. So embrace new undertakings. So a lot is happening in relationships next month, but a lot of it can be activated with Mars. And again, I'll talk about that in my blog in the newsletter, and how to prepare for that with Mars in September. So if you are not receiving my newsletter, please let me know, and I'll be happy to add you to the list. Now, for Cancer, this is great. You can embrace new undertakings. This is happening in your house of relationships, which is the 7th house. Passions can run the gamut. I mean, it can be, oh my God, who is that person, to, oh, the love of my life has just shown up. Whatever that is, remember you're in for the long haul with whatever you're creating. So take your time. Just allow it to grow. And again, the common ground theme is really, really there this month. When Venus enters Leo, you'll want the best that money can buy, and you'll be tempted to make that purchase. Only the best is going to satisfy you. That's the only thing that's going to open up for you. So just watch your cash flow. You deserve it. Nothing wrong with that. You deserve it very much so. But just be mindful of, is it going to be something that you can regret later? Will it be a buyer's remorse type thing because it's something that you should have thought twice about? So take that moment to breathe. Take that moment to breathe. Beverly, I'll be going back to, I was doing these out of order right now, and then I'll go back and do those that haven't been done yet. So yes, I will do Aquarius, absolutely. So watch your cash flow, be careful of how that's happening, and stay calm this month. Again, there's that Mars thing that I'll talk about later in the blog and next week. Nervous tension, just being excited and active about what's happening, could prevent you from relaxing. But remember that it's about family and friends and the people that you care about, the love and the peace that you feel with that can bring you that calmness and that good place to go to. It's about home. It's Cancer. It's about home. What does home mean for you? Is home with those people that you love, no matter what the location is. Go to that home place to find the calm and the peace that you may need to this month, especially with that being activated by Mars. Okay, let me start up here and start with Aries. Okay, Aries. Again, we've got a whole lot of love going on here. And again, the focus is what will determine where this love goes. And the last week of Mars, it will go retrograde in your sign. Mars is staying in Aries until January 7th. It's the longest it ever stays in a sign because it has a very long retrograde. So when it goes retrograde, any quirks in that area where Mars is in your chart is going to surface. So you are in Aries. The quirks will be either within you or what you see around you. So it's going to activate that. It's about paying attention to that. The moon will join Uranus in Taurus, and that's going to activate your financial sector. But this is good. It's feeling really, really good. Expenses occur outside everyday expenditures, but you'll be getting the best value. So, Catherine, with your tiny house, you purchased your appliances because you have an Aries rising. So that's why I'm pointing that out. So it's now you're getting the best value for what you need for that tiny house, and it's really going to have a lifelong it's going to give you a lifelong use of these products. You're getting the best value that you can from these. When Mercury enters Scorpio on the 27th, it activates partnership money. Now, the good part about this is it's your partners, or how money is coming to you from outside your normal range is going to increase. So that's not a bad thing, because partnerships come in many different ways, look in many different faces, many different energies. So just monitor your energy and health. So this seems to be an overall theme about love is there, however we choose to focus on it. Money is there, however we choose to focus on it. We just have to love it, give a lot of love, take good care of it. And health is again how we choose to focus on it. So again, it's the focus that really activates the positive or the negative side of this. Okay, Gemini. Mercury enters Libra, your house of romance, on the 5th. A smooth talker could sweep you off your feet. Okay, Gemini is an air sign. It's all about talking. Mars is in a challenging aspect. Yes, Catherine, yes. Mars is in a challenging aspect at the end of the month, so monitor your speech. But I've been mentioning that. So it's not just at the end of the month. We're watching Mars now, especially through September. Partnership money in Capricorn has seen its ups and downs for you, Gemini, with all the retrograde planets and with that real concentration of heavy planets. Thank goodness Jupiter's been there. But change is coming, changes in the air, change is actually here. So that's going to improve as well. So spending time in places that you love, whether it's in your mind, virtually, or actually physically, it just recharges your energy, makes you feel so much better, and gives peace to your soul. So that's really a wonderful aspect for that. Okay, let me do Capricorn. Tackle practical problems, Capricorn, because you are an earth sign. So this is really, really good for you. You understand the focus. You understand staying aligned in doing that and getting it done, because you have that feeling of responsibility towards what you're doing. Or you can be overwhelmed. And that is one of the feelings that you don't want. You do not want overwhelm. So plan a night out. Plan something special, even if it's sitting outside in your backyard at the table with your partner and having a dinner in the moonlight. Whatever, I mean, if you can't be out at a restaurant or however that works for you, plan something good. Even if you are spending money on this, the cost is worth it. It's something that would really make you feel so much better. Venus in Leo and your partner's money house leads to a good standing. That improves as well. And a point of information arises in your money house outside of the normal. That means that you're going to learn something, a new way of investing, a new way of saving money, a new way of whatever it happens to be, but it's impacting. It's a brand new way of doing this. So this is really good. The most important thing is that you take charge. Do not allow someone else to have charge of your money. You need to take charge of that. If stress levels increase at the end of the month, this is some of the Mars things, because you're working harder, lots of things unexpected things are happening. Just know that you have the energy reserves to handle this and to do it in a positive, really positive way. So Aquarius, partners could turn up the drama this month when Venus enters Leo. That's because Leo is your opposite sign, Aquarius. So if Aquarius is on the first house, that puts Leo on the opposite house of partnerships. So romance then, or any type of partnership, is pursued in accordance with a group interest or a shared interest. And notice this is also a common theme too, about finding common ground, finding shared interests. This is really important. And when you think about it, it makes common sense. You're not going to be in partnership, whatever level of partnership that is, with someone that you don't have anything in common with. The whole point is, yes, we do want to be expansive and learn from them, but we have to start from a basis and a foundation of common interests. So the full moon in Pisces lights up the house of cash flow for you. That's your second house. And it can be an ebb and flow with finances. And that may also depend on your partnership too. So again, take charge of that, monitor it, you're in charge of it. And a new perspective on your mental, emotional, and physical well-being evolves in a very positive way. You're looking at yourself with greater love, which means you're taking better care of yourself, both your emotional, physical, and spiritual sense. All of this. Yes, that is interesting. Yes, they are opposite energies. Yes. Again, finding that common ground, right? And sometimes it works, you can find it, and sometimes you can't. So, yes. Passion comes strong for you, Pisces. You're a water sign. You are intense. Now, Scorpio is the most intense of the water signs. But again, it may be that you have, okay, good, Bev. Good for you. And you're a Virgo. So there you are. Well, I do have that a relationship reading. So let me know if that's something that you want to do, because that's important too. The connection, finding that common ground. So that is part of what I do. So let me know. Or just for you. How about we start with just you? And the new interest is Aquarius. And it's really exciting building that new relationship, building that new place, that new foundation. So yeah, reach out, Bev, and let me know what it is that you'd like. I'm happy for you. I really am. So for Pisces, be open with whatever new partnerships. Yes, Lori, you're not intense. You're not passionate or focused. I love it. I love it. So be open with your partner, whatever level of partnership this is, Pisces, because someone from the past may show up, which may have you revisit something that it's the opportunity to now release, to clear away. It is that opportunity to make you whole and feel whole. So that's really good. Mercury entering your 8th house. This is the house of transformation. It also is the house of partnership finances, but it's really the house of transformation. That's how I look at it. So changing your habits, whether it's about spending, whether it's getting rid of things that you no longer need, giving you breathing space, whether you give it away, whether you donate it, whatever it happens to be, it's time for that clearing with physical items and the emotional and spiritual. An open-hearted approach to medical workers and information on nutrition inclines you to fully embrace a wellness regimen. That means it's time. What things that you've been putting off, you've now been getting these little messages, these little signals, the tap on the shoulder from the universe that says, okay, it's time to do this. It's time to embrace this. Let's get this moving. Let's do this. So this is really, really good. So I've just reviewed all of the signs. Again, the special for this month is your sun sign qualities and how you can harness them for success. It was wonderful that Beverly pointed out about the relationship and in a new relationship. So there is that reading to help find the common ground. Here we are again, the common ground, how you can move forward in a relationship. What are the things that you need to look at? So that's also part of that. So right now, let me just lean over and grab my Teddy cards because I miss my Teddy. Wendy posted some pictures of him at the beach yesterday, and he is getting so big. I was looking at those long legs and arms and thinking, oh my goodness, I can't wait until I can hug him. And when I talked to him on the phone, I said, I don't think I can lift you up again, Teddy. I said, you are so strong. Oh my goodness. And he goes, yep, I can hug him, but I can't lift him up anymore. And I believe that. He looks really, really big, and I miss him. I really miss him. Okay, let me shuffle these. We have Wendy, Catherine, and Rita. And of course, these are special cards that, because they engaged on the page first, the most important part that is to remember is that these cards always apply to everybody. This is a common energy. This is an energy that really works. Yes, Wendy, yes, yes, yes. Okay, here we go. Oh, I like this, Wendy. This is good. This is called the Sojourner, and it is called the King of Mirrors, which means that it is the King of Cups. Cups is the water sign. Cups is about emotion. What this is saying is, and this is how I'm also feeling it, is that you are loving and kind and super big-hearted. That is who you are. People look to you for that peace and stillness of directing them emotionally. Instead of, and I know you've been home with Teddy all week because of quarantining and that, and this is even more so. This feels more like work, that at school you are the place and the example of calmness and peacefulness, and people go to you for that. Maybe being at home has allowed you to get more work done because your door, people aren't going in and out of your office. But I just want you to know that what you give them is this wonderful feeling of being loved, heard, cared for, and that peacefulness that, maybe this isn't big enough to worry about, or this is the way things are right now, so let's look for the best project. And I know that you do that with everybody, but I'm feeling that maybe you don't realize, and sometimes it feels like a burden because people are coming to you all the time, but don't feel that way because you are giving them a gift. You are giving them a gift, and I shouldn't just say don't feel that way. Sometimes you do. You can't help it. Just know that you are a gift to those that are around you. And that's a beautiful thing. And this is part of the journey because it's a sojourner. So it's the journey. It's, again, this is, look, the horse having the one leg up, which means it's moving forward. It's ready to take that next step. Because in some way, what you're doing now and what you're learning now is preparing you for that next step. Could be very interesting. Wow. Okay. Let me shuffle the card again. I like that. Sojourner. Okay, Catherine. Shuffle. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, interesting that this is the Watcher, and this is the Queen of Mirrors, which makes it the Queen of Cups, which again is the water sign. So interesting that we're the two cards that have come and that have turned up so far are the ones that relate to emotion. Possibly that's because Aries is moving forward and going to present some aspects, but more than that, this really says who you are. So as the Watcher, that means the care that you take for others. You are so warm-hearted, Catherine, so big-hearted in how you care for others. you have your mom with you, enjoying that, loving that, the care and the respect that you give to all your clients that come to see you for whatever things that are happening in their life. This is really just exemplifies that. The fact that the owl is in this card shows the wisdom that you give to others. The Watcher is also on a journey, just like the card that Wendy had. And this implies to me that this is your journey to the next level, your journey to greater expansion, your journey to greater abundance, your journey to opening yourself up to even more. Again, we're standing by the tree. It feels to me like the tree of life, as above, so below, as below, so above, that you have this tremendous wisdom and caring that you bring to others, and they respect you for that. That is a wonderful, wonderful place to be. And again, Catherine, this is your card, but this also says a lot to other people, and I'm sure that you'll find it in that too. So yes, Angie, it is the perfect card for her because that's exactly who she is. Okay, and Rita. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of court cards today. This is the minstrel. And this is the King of Stones or the King of Pentacles. This says to me how knowledgeable and grounded you are in what you do. Yes, there's whimsy in it. Yes, there's music in this, so it relates to dance. Yes, you can go off and do the magical things that you love doing. But more importantly, this is giving you the grounding and the solidness that you need to do everything that you love. What this is saying is it's not giving it to you. This card is saying that you already have it and that it's important for you to know it. You already have these wonderful things in you, and you just have to remember it. Now, here we have the dog that has the same color, Angie, as your dogs. But whenever I see an animal in the cards, there's the relationship to spirit. Dogs love unconditionally. They are there to support and protect you. They're your companion. And that is what we need to remember about spirit, that Spirit is always there loving us unconditionally, always with us, never leaving us, and guiding us and protecting us through all that life has to offer. So this is a perfect card to remind you, Rita, how supported, protected, and strong you are. Whether it's at work, whether it's with friends, or with the music to dance to. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that card for you. Well, Beverly, reach out to me, please, so we can talk about what to do next or what you would like to do next. I'd love to help you with that. It's what I do and what I love so much. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I love what I do, and I love doing this with you. And it just fills my heart to know that you're here. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Enjoy, enjoy, and remember, joy has your name on it. Bye now.